Hello, everybody. We are live as shit, and then that's it. So yeah, this is Belleza, Comienza con V, the Pasiones de la Pasion stream. Yay!
Yeah.
So as always, I'm joined with Jack, Addison, and Jonah. Jack's playing Valentino, Addison is Veronica, and Jonah is Don Adolfo. And then this week we have Aaron and Tim. So how about before everyone can introduce and do some plugs up top, but how about we have the two guests introduce yourself first? So Tim, how about you start us out? Like tell you who you are, what show you're from, or and then who you're playing today.
Okay, my name's Tim Platt. I'm a comedian in New York. I play Stir Fry in the podcast Rude Tales of Magic, and tonight of all nights, I am playing Floyd Masculine.
That's awesome. Yes.
Floyd Masculine. And
Dear.
So powerful.
The gentleman, correct?
He is the gentleman. Yeah.
Yes. And then Aaron, go ahead and introduce yourself. What you do and who you're playing.
Hello. I'm Eric Catano-Saez. I co-create All My Fantasy Children, and it is a podcast. I am playing Charles Calabash of the Fourth, the El Jefe, and so who we're rolling with this evening.
New
rival. Yeah, sure.
We got our first Jefe off.
Mm.
Oh yeah, and then Jack, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jack Packard. I just started typing when Joel said that to update my Twitter, and so now I'm switching gears. I'm from the Escapist magazine, where I talk about video games, or Red Letter Media, where I talk about movies. But tonight, I will be the beauty Valentino. That's my flair. Ooh.
Oh, I thought that was a.
No,
like
snaps for that.
I thought that we were affirming.
Like a poetry night.
Snap for Jack.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great.
Open mic.
Addison.
Yes, hi. I don't know why I'm so surprised.
No, not me. Go.
Oh, God.
Hi, I'm Addison Peacock. I am from Aurora Borealis, a Monster of the Week campaign where I play Mariah Harris. I'm also the co-host of The Cryptid Keeper, a comedy podcast I do with Alex Flanagan, where we talk about cryptids and folklore and urban legends and stuff. And I'm also a voice actor on the No Sleep podcast doing horror stuff. If you want something much more serious from me, you can go listen to that, I guess. And on this, I play Veronica Princesa from the Beauty Playbook, successful beauty queen and also poisoner. Yes.
Also, this is a very serious show.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm so sorry.
It's nothing. It's the stakes of everything,
are very, very, very high.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then last but not least, our resident El Jefe, Jonah. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Jonah M. Jackson, player/GM on the Quest Company and Quest Company Junior, 2 actual play podcasts, 1 family-friendly, 1 not so much. Which one is which? You decide. And yes, tonight I will be playing Don Adolfo, a.k.a. El Lobo, using El Jefe playbook.
Oh, holy shit. Somebody made a fucking bingo card.
Hell yeah.
Sorry,
There's a bingo card for our show.
I'm going to look at that, but also when you said the words high stakes, my horrible brain, my goblin brain was like, say this joke or your whole family will die. And I said, well, now I have to say the joke. Damn. And it was just someone eating a ribeye in the Empire State Building, because damn, those are some high stakes. Okay, I'm done.
Oh my God.
Do you have an air horn on your soundboard, Joe?
Oh, here we go. I got it.
The air horn?
Oh,
one of our guests.
Shit, I don't have an air
sorry.
horn.
Ow!
I did that.
I
I'm
don't
really
have
sorry.
an air horn. Yeah, so this is...
But I did.
So
You
who
broke
made this?
one
I
of
guess
our
someone-
guests already.
Who made this? Who made this bingo card?
Oh, did
That's a
it?
good one. Yeah, so the bingo card is, we're just going to go, read the rows. Fake cop, tigers, split decision audience, assless chaps, product placement. Joaquin gets the short end of the stick. New NPC immediately bites it. Miguel Huel makes up. Title drop. Dramatic helicopter boat escape. Fake death. New muse that is thrown away in the same episode. Free space. Flashback within a flashback. Everyone, that's the free space right there.
Yeah, that's the free
Miguel fails a motorcycle trick. Someone loses a limb. Slap. Don Adolfo has a new deadly exotic animal. improvised weapon. Evil Hector doesn't do any actual evil. The diamond is never mentioned again. They're actually not family. Actual real death of a PC. The iguana actually matters. Veronica realigns with
Hey
Hector.
now. We're not talking about peaches like this.
So Otterbird, so thank you so much. This is so ridiculous that there's a fucking bingo card.
Who did this?
Amazing.
Otterbird. So okay, so we're
Thank
gonna
you,
we'll
Otterbird.
go ahead. We're
Thank you, you're an angel.
gonna jump into it just to catch everybody up.
Holy shit.
The show. This is the second episode of the new season. We're on a new network. We had lost all the funding, and so we thought we would leave it on like kind of a twist ending of what that we're all left at the island, and then we got picked up by a new network, and so now we've been retooling, and so it's been a few months since the island incident where everyone was on the island. We still don't know exactly what happened, and we first cut back into town. Joel Ruiz, the newly discovered cop. Was like trying to trace down Miguel, his twin brother, because he realized that Hector had a diamond from the island that Joel and Miguel stole years ago and hid on the island before they went to the island. And then Valentino also was putting together that exact same plot at the same time, realizing that the diamond was in play, and then Hector was there. And then Don Adolfo, due to things that happened on the island, had realigned himself with everybody. And then you found out Veronica was actually the niece of Hector, who's the evil boss that is trying to take down Don Adolfo. Joel and Miguel had like a falling out as Miguel tried to steal the diamond again as Joel was fighting off Hector. Then a tiger attacked Hector because it was the same tiger from the island that took Joel's hand. And so, I mean, it pretty much makes sense.
Also,
then,
I did a double cross.
Yeah, you
And
did
the
a
first
double
time
cross.
You did the famed quadruple cross.
Yes,
yeah,
thank
and
you.
then also, what was it? Joel accidentally shot, or Joel's gun shot the chief of police, and then he just got a tattoo, so he couldn't use his blood to transfuse because he just got a tattoo because Miguel set up his brother to get a commemorative tattoo as he knew he loves to do. So Miguel was the only one that could do a blood transfusion, and Joel told his brother to leave and then took the rap. So now Miguel and Joel are both on the run. Or at least Joel is, because everyone thinks he killed the sheriff. And then Don Adolfo retreated back to the sewers where his orphans had been rebuilding his crime empire, and that's where we left off. So it's all pretty simple. This is all... and then also,
Basic stuff.
yeah,
Very easy to
Renata,
follow.
the federal agent from the last time, may or may not have the real diamond that was part of a established heist from Joel and Miguel back in the day. But she left, so we don't know anything about the diamond. So maybe that will never come up again.
Probably.
Where we last left off, though, is Veronica was pursuing Joel, and then what she didn't know, inside of her trunk resided Miguel, the twin brother of Joel. And so where we're going to start off at is that Veronica had to pull over to get some gas on the track, and then when she came back, it appears her car had been stolen, and then that's whenever you see. So Veronica, you're at a gas station a little bit outside of town. You're flustered. It's late at night. Your car has been stolen. And then Tim, can you tell me what Floyd Masculine looks like?
Yeah, so Floyd Masculine has a tight white shirt showcasing his incredibly ripped body. He's wearing sort of a not jeans, but sort of like, those like nice pressed like suit pants. He's like wearing those with his white shirt tucked in. He's got what I would like to call Sean hair from Boy Meets World.
Yes, the Sean hair.
He's got a boyish face with sharp jaw lines, and only the nudge of a cleft chin. His eyes are piercing blue. His sinewy muscles ripple through his flame, and he's got a cigarette rolled over his sleeve. This man is fucking hot. And right now he's smoking a cigarette while actually that's where is he? I don't know where he is.
he's around.
He's just chilling.
If I can say, he's by his motorcycle.
Another motorcycle. Oh,
yes.
Dang. So many gentlemen, so many motorcycles.
Yeah, so
little time.
Yeah, so Veronica, you see Floyd is gassing out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure do.
And then
Sure do.
Ford, you see Veronica, who's she's beautiful. She looks very dangerous.
She has madness in her eyes.
Yeah, but definitely a lot of passion.
Hey,
Hey, it's for horses.
funny. Never thought of that before. You know, it pays for horses. Then giddy up, Daddy-o. Where's your horse? You look stranded out here, all alone. I hate to see that.
Well, it seems as though somebody's stolen my car. Everywhere I turn, there's new danger, there's new trouble lately.
Don't talk to me about trouble, babe. Follows me around like a curse. I don't need any more trouble. I've been mixed up in too much already this long life of mine. A huge drag of a cigarette that kills it, spitting out the butt, putting in a new cigarette, lighting it up, sucking it down, spitting out the butt, and putting out a third one.
Well, I got bad news for you, because I'm nothing but trouble.
Damn. Sorry.
A breeze whips her long, beautiful hair around her shoulders.
I've played this game too many times before. I don't know. I've just met you, but I should probably tell you something right now. There's a problem with me. I can't fall in love. I've tried my whole life. My parents in love, my siblings all found partners whom they loved. But me, it seems like something's broken inside of me, something wrong. That I can never open up my heart to someone truly, and they can never open up their hearts to me. Another drag, another butt, another drag, another butt, another cigarette.
I thought I had a love once. A great love, a love like no one had ever seen before. But it turned out he had a twin, and now they're both gone, and I don't know what to do. Maybe I never really did love.
Never loved? That's like me. He looks at her, maybe for the first time. Hey,
room for two on that bike of yours?
There's room for one, but my ass is small.
Good. I love a man with a small ass.
Whoa, hey, I didn't ask for a life story. Remember, I can't fall in love. Did I tell you my life story? It's that I can't fall in love.
I recall.
Okay, get on. He tosses out the cigarette and gets on the motorcycle and says, "Hop on, unless you're scared."
I'm heading into the city. You heading my way?
Hey, I'm heading wherever the road leads. So just point me to. Do you know which road leads to the city?
Yes, it's that one.
Okay. Okay.
The one on the left.
Powerful.
So yeah, y'all speed off back into town. Veronica, completely forgetting the two men that or the man she was chasing. As she just immediately
Stole my car. What am I supposed to do?
I know. I'm just saying. No, you did the logical thing. You found another love interest and you immediately pursued it.
Of course.
So you two speed off, and Don Adolfo, you're now in your sewer base with all of your orphans. And Joaquin comes up once again, remembering that Joaquin was played by an 8-year-old in the last season, and then we've replaced. Correct. But no one talks about how Joaquin is now definitely played by someone that's at least 16 or 17, but we still think he's 8. So yes. Joaquin walks up. He's like, "Hey, Mr. Don Adolfo, we got some news."
What?
It seems like Charles is back. I heard from my other fellow 8-year-old orphans that he's back in town. He's trying to start up the old farm again.
Charles, I thought we ran him out of the city years ago. He dares show his face again in my city. He believes there's a power vacuum just because Hector got mauled by a tiger. I know his ways. I tell you this, Joaquin. Use your orphany wiles to arrange a meeting with me and Charles. I desire to speak with him.
Okay, so I guess I'll just run my little boy legs over there.
Yes, use your tiny little boy legs.
All
But
right.
first, did the new shipments come in?
Oh yeah, boss.
Excellent work, Joaquin. Excellent.
Yeah, so Joaquin runs out. No one talks about all the acne. And then and so then Charles, what kind of farm do you run that you're the boss of?
Charles Calabares IV runs the most successful pumpkin farm the world has ever seen.
Son of a bitch!
Ain't my fault my soil's good, and ain't my fault the people love the orange.
So that's so yeah, and then a lot of people know this about Don Adolfo. He hates pumpkins, and it's a constant foil to his thing. And then also a lot of things that other people know about this world. Orphans love pumpkins, so they're always trying to run off to Charles's pumpkin farm. They're just drawn to it. And unlike Don Adolfo, Charles does not punish orphans for being alive. So there's like a little push and pull. No one knows who the good guy, who the bad guy is. Just an old man that runs a nice pumpkin farm that's nice to orphans, or a man that uses them for criminal things. Like, who can say? The world.
This guy is a dick.
That's a matter of opinion, isn't it?
Yeah. So Charles, you're harvesting pumpkins on your farm, and then you see this 6'3" tall 8-year-old come up. He's like, "Hey, Charles, good. Hey, thanks for that pumpkin. I told Don Adolfo that you're back in town like you wanted. I don't know why you're trying to. It seems suspicious that you.
Ain't you a sweetheart?
Did
you enjoy the hayride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Did
was
you
fun.
enjoy it? Did you get your nice pumpkin?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it was really good.
That's blessed.
I use it as a
That's
pillow
blessed.
now.
Oh, ain't that sweet? I should do that myself now, shouldn't I?
Okay. Yeah. So what? Anyways, did you said that if I did that, I could like hang out here and not live in a sewer?
Hey, you never, ever have to go back to that sewer again. You can stay here on this farm with me long as you wish. You can eat all the pumpkin seeds. You can play with all the kids. You can play with all the cool kids. Hey, you're a nice strong boy. I heard we got a football team starting up this year.
Oh yeah.
How would you like to be a Pepita? You can be the star kicker. You got a nice pair of gams there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So
Gee whiz.
So you just want me to keep just telling all the orphans to come here and leaving Don Adolfo?
Well, what I want you to tell the other orphans is that if you come over to here, you can have all the fun you wish, and nobody ever gonna yell at you again. Ain't nobody ever gonna hit you again. Over here at Charles Calabasas' farm, it's nothing but good times, good feels, and sweet lemonade. And I hand this adult a glass of lemonade, and I say, now you drink that. You want to bring some back for old Don Adolfo? You know, I'm a generous man. You bring it back, you tell him that over here, we welcome him with open arms. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, and then I'll come back and then I'll get to be a part of a team?
Yeah, you sure can. You can kick. We supply the uniforms, supply the cleats. You're going to be a star player for them Pepitas.
Fucking Joaquin's always on the verge of betrayal. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Where's loyalty?
This fucking guy.
when
It's like
you
he doesn't
need
have
it.
parents that taught him
You
about
get
loyalty or something.
loyal orphans these days.
So Valentino, at this point, you're still reeling from what just happened moments ago, because you had seen what was going down at the police station. You saw Hector get mauled by a tiger. You saw, Joel run away. Knowing Miguel was back in town was very hard. There was that moment that you thought Miguel. You thought Miguel got hit by a bus like 2 hours ago too, and then it being Randall. So your head's swimming. But the last thing we ended on is you got a phone call from Ralph Lauren.
That's right. I did. It was, I suppose here's where Valentino is right now. After we see this lovely scene between Charles and the orphan, The kids go running off, the adult children go running off, and Charles is left standing there nodding over his new orphans, and from behind him comes Valentino, and I say, Charles, I have your orphan outfits ready to go. All the comfort an orphan could want, just like you ordered. The top of the line, the best that Ralph Lauren can provide, provided you get me what you promised.
Oh, old Charles always comes through for a friend. Oh, these uniforms sure look swell. Oh, you got the logo just right, didn't you? You know I never let down a friend in need. You know that.
That's right. And by helping you maintain your grip on the city's orphans, I know my brother Don Adolfo will be bled dry.
Oh, well, I have no problem with Don Adolfo. I just want to give the kids a place to play and hang out.
Sure.
It's sort of a youth center, if anything. I'm not Pied Piper in anybody. However, if Don Adolfo is some kind of collateral damage in all this business, well, that's got nothing to do with old Charles Calabaza.
Well, and that's fine, Charles. I do wish, though, you would have let me take the ass out of their pants. As you know, I'm known for my assless pants, and yes, they are children, but I think their sense of style needs to start at a certain age.
Good God. Sir, what you have said has put me in a place of discomfort I have not felt since 1925.
You're welcome.
Nope.
The wind blows over Valentino's assless assless chaps, and it's just the top of the ass exposed, as is the fashion Valentino has gone with, and so at this point, Floyd, you pull up to this farm because you actually were coming to town. Because you needed to wrangle some pumpkins for money, like you did back in the day, as your lifelong journey of not falling in love is rather costly. And so, Valentino, you actually see this Adonis of a man coming up on a motorcycle, and you don't even realize Veronica's on the back at first, and because you were like leaving Charles's as Floyd and Veronica pull up on a motorcycle.
I pop my head around to stare Valentino down as if to say, "Don't you fucking dare!"
I don't even notice you. The beauty of the white T-shirt has me captivated. And so I would like to let's see here. Let's go crazy here and try a move.
Whoa. Look at somebody knows how games work.
I'm trembling.
Brian, use a move. So as soon as I see a person whose name I don't even know yet, Valentino is a fashion designer. I am attracted to anything beautiful. So I am going to express my love passionately for my new muse, this guy on a motorcycle.
Ooh, okay. So when you express your love passionately, roll with the following questions. Are you dressed to impress? Of course. It's Valentino.
I mean, I'm Valentino. Let's be honest.
And do you believe that they are single? I'm going to say yes, because you do not see Veronica.
Absolutely. So I rolled a 9, and then we add 2 to that because I answered both of those questions yes. So that is an 11.
Okay.
So I say to him, Sir, your pants, your belt, your white T-shirt tucked into your pants and your belt. Your hair, it reminds me of something I saw on TV once. I need to know who you are. I need to know where you're going. I need you to know that I need you.
You want to know who I am? I gotta know who you are. No one's ever talked to me like that before, with such purpose, with such attention to my attire. What's your name?
What's my name? That's funny. It's funny you would say that. Valentino. It's funny because everyone knows my name. I'm Valentino Victor Valencia, fashion designer.
I gotta admit to you something. When you say Valentine, it makes me think of love. A thing I've never had, never shared before, but maybe with someone like you, with someone who gets me.
I'd like to make an entrance.
Oh,
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
I was about to say, like, Tim needs to choose two of these things that they do, but you kind of just did it, so we're just going to move forward.
To make a big entrance,
Yes.
please.
Yeah, you make a big entrance.
When I enter a scene, I burn a leverage to force someone to obviously stare at me and act with desperation before acting against me. I would like to make a big entrance and attract the attention of one Valentino, please.
Oh,
Damn you, Veronica.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
I hop from the motorcycle. My hair whips in the breeze. My skirts also whip in the breeze. I look incredible. I'm backlit by the setting sun. Valentino.
I'm sorry. I look incredible. I'm backlit.
Lit by the setting sun.
Oh no, Addison, we're losing your internet.
Yeah.
We.
You can't. You're back now. You're back now.
Oh, okay, great.
Where is
Oh
she?
my God!
Okay.
Are we?
You're
help.
good. You're
We're
good.
good.
You just
Backlit by the setting sun.
Yeah.
I like how it speeds up to catch you.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. So make your entrance.
Okay. Well, that was part of it.
Oh, that was it.
Valentino, you move fast.
Veronica, I never thought I'd see you again after you left me.
I live here
But
in this city.
there we go. I thought you meant on the farm, and I've been here a couple days. Okay, yes, you do live here in the city, and yes, I did love you, but a man can only take so much scorn. A man can only take so much rejection. This new Adonis in front of me hasn't rejected me once.
Oh, hold up. You two were together? I turn off into this. I look into the sunset. Betrayal once again strikes me with her ice-cold knife deep into my gut and pulls it out as I watch the blood spread onto my brand new shoes. Never again will I give my heart. Never again will I give my heart to someone, knowing that I will only be betrayed. Thanks a lot, guys. You taught me a lesson today. Never love. Only hurts. I strut slowly back to the motorcycle, and you can tell that my ass doesn't look good because it's a little too small.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen your ass, and I am horrified.
Yeah. So
Wait, stranger. What? Can I
Yeah?
recommend some squats?
Thanks.
You don't understand. I was never with him like that. I was his muse. It was a passionate affair, yes, but an artistic one, never physical.
Vroom, vroom. I gotta find a few jack-o'-lanterns. I collect pumpkins. I've seen those pumpkins like in the back somewhere, right?
yeah, there's some like it's a big field in the farm.
Yeah.
You can drive off, and like
I'm
you just see Floyd like drive off, and like he leans over with his like arm out and just starts like gathering up pumpkins. Charles sits from atop of there's like a little peak atop of the like his manor where he just sits and he watches all this unfold.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's called my pumpkin throne. I sit atop it and look out at all my creation. And I say, if that is not the two most beautiful young people who have ever walked into my property, I swear. If they could just be a part of all this, that would just replace all that I have lost.
Also, Valentino.
Excuse me, sir, who's watching from far away.
Yes, young one, I hear you.
Is this a pumpkin or a squash?
Son, the pumpkin was inside of you all along.
What?
And if you wish to stay here with me, all the pumpkins will be yours. You remind me of someone. You remind me of my dead grandson. He passed away in a pumpkin gathering accident. And, well, you ain't just the spitting image of him. I think good God has brought us together.
Yeah, sir, is this a pumpkin or a squash?
Let me tell you a story about a pumpkin. There was once a boy who gathered pumpkins from atop his motorcycle, just like you.
Yeah.
He would ride as fast as he could over this great land and gather him up, hold him in his arms.
You're very high away. You're very far away. It's very windy.
Then one day,
Okay.
the pumpkin got loose, and it went under the tire, and he spun out. And I said, Jeremy, you're riding so fast, and he didn't listen. So I want you, young Jack's child, to be my new grandchild.
Sir, I'm sorry. You're very far away. I can tell you're crying. Is this a pumpkin or a squash? If I take any gourd besides pumpkin, I get in a lot of trouble.
You can take whatever you like.
Okay, that's
What's
a thumbs
mine
up.
is yours, Jeremy.
I'm seeing a thumbs up. I'm taking I think it's a pumpkin. I'm seeing a
Thank
thumbs
you.
up. I'm talking to no one right now.
Veronica
Jeremy, it's yours.
inexplicably has a glass of red wine. She takes a very long sip and then cries at the top of her lungs, "It's a pumpkin!"
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I turn to her and seeing her for maybe the first time.
And then also,
Yes, you
Valentino
do.
and Veronica, you both each take 2 stress from the interaction that went on
That's fine.
earlier.
Consider them taken.
You do care. Maybe I was wrong about you.
Listen, I know my gourds.
Okay, so I'm going back and taking more of the pumpkins, but now I'm feeling crazy because I feel like, what is this feeling? Can I really trust anyone? Can I really trust myself if I can flip flop so freely? And then
Yeah.
who is this man up there screaming at me? There's something beautiful about him, something I've never felt before.
As you're just peeling around in your motorcycle, being watched by 3 different people from different vantage points, we see in like the kind of like the wood line of the actual barn itself, like, you know, kind of casting some shadows, Don Adolfo, because the thing is Don Adolfo, whenever Joaquin was there earlier, he saw the pumpkin seeds in Joaquin's teeth, and he knew.
Charles, you son of a bitch. And then, like, out of the shadows, one of my other orphans, Camila, comes out. And as I'm draped in the shadows of the barn, Peaches, the iguana, is draped over my shoulders. You know, Camila, I used to live here. I used to know this man. Charles, well, you see, he takes in many orphans, but he pretends to treat them better than I treat my orphans. As anyone knows, all good crime bosses have many orphans at their disposal, but it is all a lie, Camila. You see, I was an orphan. I lived here until I learned the truth. And then I trashed his operation and I never returned, and I thought that I ran him out of this city, but apparently I did not. Charles, you son of a bitch! And I start storming up toward the house.
Okay, yeah, you start storming up the house. Charles, you're watching Floyd ripping around everywhere, and then you see in the distance Don Adolfo walking up, screaming, and next to him is Camila, one of his many orphans. What do you do, Charles?
Charles walks down off that hill, and he goes over to Don Adolfo. Let himself a good old-fashioned palaver. You and I got a lot to discuss.
Did
Been
we
a long-
do?
Been a long time, Don.
Yes. Not long enough, Charles. Not long enough.
Don, what you did to my pumpkin farm is unforgivable.
We flash back. We flash back. So it's the same farm. Let's say like 30 or so years earlier. No one knows what time is. It's an illusion and a lie. But we just see a tinier, younger Don Adolfo, still with an eye patch, but this one's made of. It's like one of the candy ones. So it's fun. And
Like a candy necklace?
yeah, but an eye patch. Well,
Oh,
you
of
know in
course.
this you know in this universe that this is one of the things that separates us from the real one is that candy necklace never took off, but candy eye patches were the all the craze.
Right, of
It's,
course.
That's Gans. That makes sense.
yeah, it's everyone knows that. So Jack, please stop looking stupid on my stream.
It's just, I mean, as an outsider, it's just kind of weird. So
So yeah, and so we cut back. So it's Don Adolfo as a young lad, and then Charles looking still old.
He looks pretty similar.
Pretty much the
for 30
same.
years. So that's and so yeah, and so and the farm is thriving. Yeah, and so Charles has called Don Adolfo. You've been there for a few months, and you're one of his star pumpkin orphans. And so Charles has called you to ask you to do a task for him.
Yes, I come back from frolicking in the pumpkin fields with my first boyfriend, Jeremy.
Oh no.
Don, can I talk to you?
Well, of course, Mr. Charles. But what is it?
You've been doing such a great job here on this here pumpkin farm. You've been frolicking. You've been making Jeremy so happy, But I think, it's time for you to take a step in the direction of managerial. I think it's time for you to take the next big step in becoming my protege. You got a promise, kid. You got something that Jeremy doesn't have. Jeremy is someone who is free. Their heart can never be tamed by an orange case. But
I've seen it, yeah.
You have promise. You are full of love and light. And I see that in you and I feel it. I see myself in you. And I think you could run this here farm one day.
You truly believe so, Mr. Charles?
I do. Don Adolfo, your potential, what you did at the pumpkin pageant this year was the most beautiful work I've ever seen. Your care for the gourds is unmatched by anyone I've ever seen, even myself. And I want you to one day have the keys to this establishment. How would you like that?
Oh, I would love that, Mr. Charles. I always knew I had a green thumb, and I know my way around a knife when I'm carving the pumpkins for the jack-o'-lanterns and whatnot. But it's not something I'd ever thought of before. But to know that you think of me, a mere orphan, to have such promise.
There's just one thing I gotta ask you.
Anything.
It's about Jeremy. You gotta say goodbye to him. Can't mix work and pleasure. Can't have you have no conflict of interest in my family. He's my favorite grandchild. And, I want you to focus on the farm alone. Can't have love getting in the way of no pumpkins. That's what Daddy always told me. That's what I live by. God promised me you'll cut it off. Let him off easy.
This is the only way?
It's the only way if you want these keys. You want the keys to the Great Gourd Gate? You gotta cut it off.
If it's all right with you, Mr. Charles, it sounds amazing. It sounds like the keys to the pumpkin farm. It's everything I ever wanted. But,
yeah.
But Jeremy, can I sleep on it for the night, Mr. Charles?
Tell you what. Next time that moon comes up in that sky and you look down at that face looking up at you, you ask, what would Jeremy want? What would Jeremy want?
See.
You get out of here. Go kick a ball or something. Come on.
Thank you, sir. We'll go play some football.
Yeah, we cut to the next day. It's now it's Don Adolfo and Jeremy. They're in their it's like a playhouse because they're still orphans, so they live in like the house. They have but this looks like a playhouse where it's like a for kids and shit like that. So it looks like they're in a house. It's fun. Yeah. And so Jeremy sees Don Adolfo come in. He's like Adolfo, what's going on? You look upset.
Oh, Jeremy, I believe we need to have a talk.
fuck.
Well, about what? I mean, like I just made us make believe dinner.
You
Do you want to talk over that?
Did you make the imaginary quesadillas like I like?
Yeah, I know, and I simmered them, and I even made sure to do the flip with like the wrist and not a spatula. I know that you like the authentic wrist flip.
Oh shit, Jeremy.
You only say shit, Jeremy, like that when you have bad news.
Jeremy, I do. It's I've had a talk with your grandfather.
Yeah.
He believes that I could run the pumpkin farm one day. That I have real managerial potential.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's something about you. You just command orphans so well.
I know. It is almost as if I am the alpha male of this wolf pack of orphans.
Yes.
But, well, you see, he promised that he would take me and train me to be in a managerial position. But there's a catch.
What?
And I softly take his hand as we sit at the table over our imaginary dinner. We cannot be together if I am to run the pumpkin farm, Jeremy. But listen to me. That only has to happen as long as your grandfather is alive.
Yeah, and then Jeremy pulls his hand back, and he's just like, you can't be asking me to do that, Adolfo. That's my grandfather.
Not asking you to do anything, Jeremy, but I want to run the pumpkin farm, but I want us to be together, Jeremy.
Okay, listen, you're asking a lot of me, and I just could I maybe clear my head and go on one of my world famous motorcycle rides that I love so much?
I would love that, but listen to me, and I would like to demand what I deserve.
Okay.
So I use a move. As I say, listen to me, Jeremy. You and I can be together, and we can run the pumpkin farm. We can be in charge of all of these orphans. I'm gonna roll.
Okay, yeah. So, are you offering something in value in return? So, yes,
being in charge of the pumpkin farm.
And then, do you love them in this moment?
I love Jeremy in this moment. Does Jeremy love me in this moment?
Yeah, of course. Well, this is this is about you loving them. So yeah, so roll.
Right.
You get
and I
+2.
am taking charge of the situation.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah. So +3. 9 +3, 12.
Great. So he says that you convince him right away, and then he tells you
it is what we must do.
Yeah, he tells you the thing that's the most curious about his grandfather is he's just like, I'm about to go on a motorcycle ride because I gotta clear my head. But just think about this: have you ever actually seen my grandfather eat a pumpkin at all?
Son of a bitch.
And then he hops on a motorcycle, and then we cut back forward to Don Adolfo and Charles standing in this patch. Valentino and Veronica, as you were watching Floyd rip around, you do see now that Don Adolfo is back, and he's face to face with Charles.
I lean over to Valentino and I say, do we like him right now or not? I can't keep up.
Don Adolfo, oh no, I think he killed someone we liked recently. We don't like him right now, but I like what you've been doing right now.
Valentino, we've been over this.
We have been over this, and while we remain platonic friends, you know that my feelings for you is bubbling over platonitude.
I know this.
As if you have a spell over me. Every time I'm around you, I can see pants in a new color. I can see shirts of a new sewn. I can see hats, Veronica, hats.
And I want you to tell me all about those hats, but only if you will make me your exclusive star model in all your future fashion shows. And you know that's the only thing I want from you.
Well, then you would be around me a lot, and I would like to flash back to a deal.
Oh!
Yes!
Do it.
Yeah, give me.
I am going to flash back to a deal that I made with Floyd yesterday.
Oh!
All right. So let's see here. 7 to 9. Okay, I rolled a 9.
Mhm.
So okay, now it's yesterday. We're at that dirty gas station that Floyd was at, and I say, "All right. So you remember the deal. She's going to be by here tomorrow, and you need to be a distraction for her. Nothing gets Veronica going like a little jealousy. So you bring her to me. I'll fawn over you. She'll fawn over me."
Ain't no problem, Valentino. People always fawn over me. But I want to ask you just one question. What the hell am I going to get out of it this time? I'm tired of all these women and men trying to take me for a ride when the only thing I want to ride is my bike to get some goddamn pumpkins because there's these kids I know who like pumpkins and I give it to them. And that means they get to make jack-o'-lanterns and those scare me and I like being scared.
Oh, you Spitfire. I like the cut of your jib. I brought the stuff you asked for, and I pull out of my jacket 2 prosthetic butt cheeks.
Oh,
Ow. These are
I grab for them.
Oh no, you don't. These are imported all the way from Sicily, top of the line.
Come on, give me one. Just give me one, please. Please. I promise. I'll give it back. I just want to feel it with my hands. Feel it on my tush for one moment.
I hand him one of the cheeks and I say, half now, half when you deliver Veronica.
Okay. I'm going to wear this, but I'm going to put it in the middle of my cheek, in the middle of my butt, so it will still look kind of small, because it won't be divided very well. It'll look like just a bump. Actually, you know what? Would that work? Should I just... I'm going to... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wear it in the front of my pants, so I'm not... Take it back. I can't be trusted with this. I'm sorry. Take this back.
Okay. Oh, no, I will...
I can't be trusted.
That's fine. I will hold on to both, and tomorrow, when you deliver Veronica to me, I'll get you this and the name of the doctor. Then you can have anyone you want. After this, you'll have the complete package. You'll be calling the shots.
I turn around and smoke a cigarette, and I say, out of his earshot, and yet the doctor is playing his own little game.
So we flash back. So, okay.
Or flash forward now?
No. Wait. What doctor?
a flashback within a flashback?
Are you doing a flashback right now? Where you're saying like you're revealing the plot of this
ominous?
doctor? Or are you
I'm not revealing the plot yet. I'm just saying out of earshot that the doctor's playing his own little game.
Okay.
We just got to know for the bingo card.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see later. Okay.
All right.
So yeah, we cut back, and then at that point, as Floyd is gathering pumpkins, he does look over at Valentino and can see in Valentino's satchel just like one of the butt implants is just kind of like peeking out, and like Floyd kind of loses control of his bike as he's like thinking about having a butt, and then Don Adolfo and Charles in mid conversation, you start to see a motorcycle barreling towards you.
My God, is that Jeremy?
It looks like Jeremy himself riding on the wind. Good Lord. It's like he done come to visit us once more.
Yeah, Don Adolfo, you see that Charles is just transfixed and is not even trying to get out of the way. It looks like he's even like reaching out for a hug to Floyd as Floyd is like barreling towards Charles on a motorcycle.
Jeremy.
I think
Jeremy.
as the motorcycle is barreling towards him, you see the familiar look of Don Adolfo's heart hardening as he looks at this new Jeremy and looks at Charles and he steps out of the way just enough to prepare himself to jump, like to tackle new Jeremy off of this bike, but let the bike just fucking wreck Charles.
No, my frail body done gonna get destroyed. I'm nothing but a sack of old bones at this point. I reckon I'll get turned to dust.
So let me just get this straight. You're trying to hit Floyd off the motorcycle, but let the motorcycle hit Charles.
Correct. I'm trying because you said that the motorcycle's like currently on a trajectory coming straight for Charles.
Florida's still on it. He just like lost that. He was too transfixed on the butt implants. And then Charles, like I said, is like kind of stepping in front of you to try to hug Floyd, who he thinks is his dead grandson.
But then at this moment, I'd like to spot something out of place.
Okay. Yes. So when you spot something out of place and a social actor is someone's personal, roll with these questions. Have you been intimate with this person recently?
These people, no.
No. Okay. And then are you free of other distractions?
No.
Okay, so you can get a -2 on this roll.
Okay.
So roll 2d6 and then just -2 of the results.
So that is 7.
Okay, great. So you get to ask one of these things. What are you trying to do with this?
Oh, I don't really understand the rules of this game. That's
fine. So you just want to.
I just like the moment. I just like the moment of this happening and something's clicking in his head as this is all happening.
So this is clicking in your head. As you start to see, like you're barreling towards these two people. So what I'll give you, so what Jonah's trying to do, I'm just gonna make this isn't necessarily how this like move works, but do you want to hit them or do you not want to hit them?
I don't want to hit them. I actually never want to hurt anyone.
Okay, so Don Adolfo, you're gonna act with desperation, and because you got a mixed success, so you're gonna take a -1 because Floyd is definitely trying to like veer out of the way.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think that what's happening is that, like Don Adolfo, this moment, this seeing new Jeremy like floundering on this bike, looking like he's on the verge of a terrible crash. It takes me back to that fateful day with Jeremy, as Don Adolfo just says under his breath, "Not again. This time it will be different." And he's like preparing to like jump to finally kill Charles and save his love.
Okay, so for the 2 questions, are you doing this for love? Yes. Are you doing this for vengeance? Yes. So it's gonna be a +1 only because you get a -1 from Floyd.
Okay. 9.
Okay, you got a 9.
Yes.
Okay, so what happens is like you start to like run forward and you start to like try to jump and hit Floyd off of his motorcycle, and as you do that, like, so you and Floyd like tumble on the ground. Each of you are gonna mark 1 stress. Charles, you were trying to reach and hug Floyd on top of the motorcycle, thinking it was Jeremy, and then as right before the bike hits you, your arms are you grasp around the body as Joaquin jumps up and trying to protect you and knocks you out of the way as Joaquin gets clipped by the side of the motorcycle, and you can see he has a huge gash on the side of his leg as he falls down and just reaches out to Charles and goes, "You were the only person that never hit me," and then he passes out.
Well,
Joaquin.
Look what you did, Don Adolfo. Look at this child. This child is on death's door because of you.
Don Adolfo is like, does not even hear anything Charles is saying. He's fully transfixed on Floyd as they've like rolled into this patch of pumpkins. And you see like the camera zooms into this like very soft shot of the two of them as Don Adolfo like and his eye patch are just above Floyd looking. He's like, "Jeremy, is that you? Could it be?" We're like full on, like the end of like Can You Feel the Love Tonight when like Simba and Nala.
Yeah, y'all like roll down. Y'all roll down like a pumpkin hill, and so Floyd, Don Adolfo is now on top of you because he knocked you off the motorcycle, and he does think that you're someone named Jeremy. What were you saying, Addison? Oh, you're cutting out again.
Oh, rip.
I'm gonna say, as all of this goes down with the motorcycle, Veronica stares vacantly as if looking into the past. She begins to wobble. She hits the ground. She faints, dead away. And I would like to set up a flashback.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I would like to set up a flashback to a deal.
Okay.
What do I have to do for that again?
So
who are you making?
You're trying to make a deal with somebody. You have 3 leverage with everybody, so you can spend 1 to 3 leverage.
I'm making a deal with Charles.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I'm always okay to deal with a nice young person.
All right. So what do I do for this again?
Okay, so on this one, so you get to spend. You have 3 leverage with Charles. You get to spend 1 to 3, and that gets to add to your roll. And
Yes.
so on a 10 plus, you get to choose both what you say you wanted and what they say. On a mixed success, each of you choose one of those, and on a failure,
Got it.
yeah. So you get to
Cool.
spend 1 to 3 leverage, and that's like I said.
Okay,
you have
I'm going to
3.
spend all my leverage because I rolled a 7 and I want to make that a 10.
Oh boy.
Okay, great. So
Oh.
yeah, y'all play this out. What's this deal? And then Addison, you kind of get like the say of which of what you're trying to ask for and what you're gonna give, and then so yeah, y'all play this
Okay.
this flashback. And so
We
when was this
see-
flashback? Was this?
This was before Jeremy's death, shortly before.
Oh, so this is like a younger Veronica.
Yes.
She's like a
Okay.
baby.
She's like she's fresh faced. Still without the madness, what she has become.
Oh my
So
God, she's like toddlers and tiaras.
she's like toddlers and listen, we
Good
don't
God.
it's impolite to ask a lady's age. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we see a timeless Veronica.
yes, thank you.
Back, and this is obviously before Jeremy died with Charles at the pumpkin patch. Once again, Charles looks no different.
Crusty, old, dusty, musty.
Let's do this.
Yes. Listen, Charles, I'll do just about anything it takes to win the queen, to win the pumpkin queen pageant. I'll do anything.
Oh, well, ain't
Is
you
there
a-
anyone you want taken out?
You're a child of ambition. I appreciate that. I really value a person who really knows what they want, willing to go after what they want. Someone with a lot of
Thank you.
drive. You remind me of someone I used to know. It's not important. However, who are you looking for? Take out? You mean like to dinner? I couldn't possibly hurt anybody.
That's not what I meant, and we both know it.
Oh,
I know you
well,
play kind, gentle old man, but
oh,
we both know what you're really like.
well, oh, geez. I like to think I keep that kind of stuff under my hat. But I suppose if the popcorn must pop out of the pan, let's talk about it.
When you turn up the heat, the popcorn's gotta pop, old man.
Oh, she's a toddler in a tiara, but she's got some fire. This one's got some heat. All right. What are you thinking? You want me to pick? Do you have someone in mind? Or
Well, I
pumpkins
know.
work in a mysterious way.
They sure do, and I heard it through the pumpkin vine, so to speak. That you've been looking for someone to take care of the young man who's set to inherit your pumpkin fortune, that grandson of yours.
Oh, well, it's funny you say that. He's getting a big head. Thinks he could run this place better than the old man. It's very interesting. Wrapped up in love, wants to tie his business up with some nobody, some orphan kid named Adolfo, and I think we might be able to work something out.
If you can guarantee me the crown, then maybe a little poison makes its way into his pumpkin pie.
Interesting. He does like to take an afternoon ride down around the pumpkin patch. If he had something that made his vision just a little too skibbly-doo, quite possibly who could operate a motor vehicle with such a problem? I could possibly think anybody could. I don't know if you wanted to make the Blaskins pumpkin pie. I mean, who am I to detest? I don't know. I have quite a big sway with the judges over at the pumpkin patch.
That's what I thought.
You are quite a prickly pear, ain't you?
That's what they call me.
I wipe my hands of this because Jeremy is my favorite grandson, but I do
Of
love
course.
the pumpkin patch. Yeah, of course. We all love Jeremy, but I love this pumpkin patch. And that Don Adolfo, I just don't think he's a good fit for running this there pumpkin patch out. I tell you what.
That's all I needed to hear.
You know, you get to cooking, and I'll get to judging.
So we flash back forward. We're there. Valentino, you see that Veronica has fainted. Floyd, Don Adolfo's on top of you, looking longingly into your eyes, asking Jeremy, "Is that you?" As you just like tussled down a hill, like a pumpkin patch hill.
Jeremy, I don't know what you're talking about, but who are you?
Lo siento. Mi nombre es Don Adolfo. You are not Jeremy. Of course. How foolish. You just remind me of an old love of mine.
I put my hand on his chest. You seem wounded. As if your life, your past is full of pain, of love broken. I wish I understood a love broken because I don't even know a love begun.
Oh.
What's your name?
I'm Don Adolfo, and I know much of the beginning of love, but unfortunately I do not know the end. You see, when I have found love in my life, it has been cut short.
Much like a pumpkin itself.
Indeed.
Cut short from the vine, leaving only the large tubular gourd of it.
See, you know of the gourd.
Of course I know of the gourd. I don't talk about this a lot, but I take pumpkins to children. I guess I have sort of a soft spot inside of me. A hunk who likes children. I know, it's crazy. But I take them to children and I watch them make jack-o'-lanterns, and then I get freaked out by the jack-o'-lanterns because I like to be afraid. But with you, I don't feel afraid. And I like that too.
Well, you said you Floyd, is it?
Yeah. Floyd masculine. Don't wear it out, Buck knucklehead.
I would never. Or perhaps I would. Wink.
Wait, what was that? You leaned your head close to me, but
No, I winked. Did you not?
No, it was behind the it's Yeah, so okay, but I'm sorry that whole
No, it was a flirt.
Oh.
It was a flirt.
You dirty dog.
Yes.
Flirting with someone like me? I take out a cigarette, smoke it. Oh no, I take out two and go, "You want?"
See, I take a drag from the cigarette. I work with children as well, and this pumpkin patch, these pumpkins could be ripe for the picking, if not for. And I look dramatically over at Charles, who's like, I guess, getting up off of the ground at this point.
Yeah, he gets up. Joaquin is not bleeding out to death, but is bleeding on the ground because he still was clipped and had a big gash from a motorcycle. No one seems to be doing much about it.
Also, there is an unconscious woman lying on the ground.
Yeah, a woman.
Her head resting delicately upon a pumpkin.
Yes, right next to Valentino.
You see, I couldn't ask you to jump into anything so fast, but perhaps you could come with me, and I stand up and offer a hand, perhaps to see what could be. If I feel that it is fate that has brought us together here in this pumpkin patch.
I'm getting too old for this shit. I grab your hand and pull myself up. But before we do, I just have to tell you I've got some unfinished business at this pumpkin patch. But don't worry, I'll stay here for you. I promise.
See, I have some unfinished business here as well. And I glare at Charles and would like to initiate a flashback.
Okay, yeah. What are you flashing back to? Go.
Right. I want to flash back to shortly after the death of Jeremy. I storm up to the front porch as the pumpkin patch is on fire behind me, and I say, "Charles, you son of a bitch!" As this young Don Adolfo is storming up to the house.
Great, yeah.
Adolfo, what have you done?
Oh, the question is not what have I done, it is what have you done. And I pull out these papers. I have the autopsy reports. Jeremy was poisoned. And there is no one that would want to poison him except for someone who would have a lot to lose if Jeremy was to, I don't know, inherit his, business if he died. But that's beside the point.
Well,
And I would like.
if Jeremy was to die, well, the farm would go to you, wouldn't it? Because you were next in line, so you've got quite a bit to gain from this death now, don't you? Sounds mighty suspicious, don't it?
And at this point, there's a double cross because as Don Adolfo has burned down the field, Charles was anticipating this. And then you see the sheriff step up on the porch. As you heard Charles say earlier, he has many friends. And the sheriff goes, Adolfo, I told you next time I saw you, I'd be bringing you into the kid jail.
Sheriff, look at my farm.
Did he do this? Did this little vagrant do it? Listen, Adolfo, all you orphans are the same. You're all just criminals, and you should get that in your head and never change it. Any orphan you ever meet's a criminal.
Don Adolfo starts chuckling as I would like to reveal a shocking truth about Charles. I will spend all 3 of my leverage.
Okay, great. So you get to so roll I guess with
Let's see. Spend 3 plus, and you know what? I'll spend 3 stress to do this too. Yeah, roll plus the stress threshold. I'll roll 3 stress, as I say.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I don't know what that means.
It's
To a 10.
It's a
fair
super
response.
move. It's basically a Kamehameha wave is happening right now.
A lot
Shit.
is happening.
Oh, Charles. Very good work, Sheriff. We all know how you truly feel about orphans. You think that they're all right, but what you really hate is heroin, which Charles has.
Why? How ridiculous is
I
there?
pick
heroin
one
in
up and
these
smash it on the porch,
Oh,
and there's
my.
heroin inside.
How could
Okay, there we
ever?
go.
How
Sorry, my
ever could heroin have gotten inside those pumpkins? Unless one of my field hands put it in there. I'm far too old to be putting heroin in any pumpkins. You understand? I have no interest for heroin.
Yeah, the
Sheriff.
the sheriff goes and picks it up and then just like puts a finger in and then puts a little in his mouth and goes, tastes like pumpkin seeds to me, Adolfo. And then you get like 300 style kicked off the porch with your little frail boy body as you have kind of you now know that the real secret to Charles's success is smuggling heroin in all these pumpkins and using orphans to carry it around town because no one suspects an orphan with a pumpkin because they think they're just going to go build a jack-o'-lantern to scare a man that likes it.
Before he's carted away, I grab Don Adolfo and say, "What you have done today, I will forgive. But Charles Calabash, I never forget."
So we cut back to current day, and Don Adolfo is looking around at all the heroin-filled pumpkins, and Charles, you see Joaquin standing at your feet as you know that this, although he never would admit it, was Don Adolfo's favorite orphan. What are you doing?
Joaquin, rise to your feet.
He's like, it's really hard. It's really hard to stand.
I said rise.
Okay.
And I pull him up by the hair.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, okay. And then, yeah, so he stands up. Valentino, you see this going on right next to you.
Also, yeah, I'm
Well,
so conscious.
Yeah. Oh no. I listen. Don Adolfo's doing whatever he's doing over there. My precious Veronica is down there. So I know nothing of medical ways. I'm leaning over Veronica and I say, Veronica, please, grabbing her gently by the face and just, oh, please, just come back to me. Come back to me. You're going to be my partner, my muse, please. Just shaking.
I open one eye. I'm going to be a star.
Yes, of course. You're my star.
I sit up, completely fine.
Oh, and I said, twinkle, twinkle. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Valentino, I don't have to remind you that the closest you'll get to this body is when you're pinning a new dress onto it.
I'll take it.
And then, Floyd, you do see across that it does seem like your mission to bring Veronica there and get her jealous is complete. And so you should be, now you should be able to get your butt implants. We cut back to Charles, who's now holding a wounded orphan up by the hair in a heroin pumpkin field.
Don Adolfo, I called upon you. Face me. Coward.
I look to Floyd and I squeeze his hand. I say, once I finish this unfinished business, then you can come with me.
Well. Maybe this business ain't as finished as you think it. Wait, let me take that back again as I'm hearing myself say it. Maybe this business ain't as fixed as you think it. Maybe it needs more of fixing than you ever thought possible, pal. Do you want me to say that one again?
Wait, hey, Charles, one second. Yes, please.
I grab his cheek, I grab his face, I kiss him straight on the lips, and I take him off and I say, and I'm going to reveal the truth now.
Okay,
Oh!
So okay, are you doing a flashback?
Yeah, I mean I can do a flashback.
Yeah, do it in a flashback. We're revealing a shocking truth. What are you revealing? What is it?
Doctors, he's dead. He's not dead. We'll bring him back to life. He's dead. He's still dead. No, he just is too big. We'll have to take out his ass to bring him back to life. Jeremy, wake up. You're alive. And me, the doctor, Dr. Frankenstein, who brought you back to life. I'm not Jeremy anymore. Without my ass, I'm something different. I'll think of a new name in a few years. I have a lot of time.
Yeah. And then,
but I know what I really need to get my birthright back and replace my empty ass with my birthright, a pumpkin, baby.
Okay, so first we're gonna do two things. So first, you're gonna roll +3. So you're doing you can spend 1 to 3 leverage. I'm assuming this is towards, I guess, Charles. I don't know who this is against. It could be any three.
Well, so
I thought I killed him.
We'll see. Because what I want to do after this is I want to do a flashback to then reveal Jeremy and Veronica speaking whenever the poisoning should be happening.
Okay. I may be lost now.
Okay. So how about we just do? So just you know what? Just I like what you said. It all sticks. So now
Guys,
what we're gonna do?
Don't even have to roll.
Is, you don't have to roll.
I'm gonna roll either way. I'm sorry.
Do it.
I got a 1.
So we're now gonna do a flashback within the flashback to Veronica. It's you were waiting outside Don Adolfo, or not? Well, he wasn't Don then. You were waiting outside Adolfo and Jeremy's playhouse because you were gonna poison the shit out of Jeremy, and you overheard this conversation, and your ageless heart, you started to feel a little bit of sympathy for these kids, and so you start to see Jeremy walking out after he just got this news, and he's like holding some keys to a motorcycle in his hand. And so Tim, you'll play Jeremy in this one. This is right after Adolfo told you that you had to stand by as your grandfather was murdered so you could take your rightful heir, and Veronica steps out of the shadows from a side of the playhouse.
Are you Jeremy?
Some might say so. And me, right now, I'm someone.
Very good. We don't have much time. Your grandfather, he wants you dead.
Yeah, I know. I'm playing multi-level chess, lady.
Yeah, but so am I, and I need you to know that he hired me. He hired me to poison you.
What? To poison? Oh.
But I heard you, both of you, inside that life-size playhouse eating your imaginary dinner, and I was moved by your love, and I can't bring myself to bring an end to something so beautiful. So here's what you need to do. You need to crash your motorcycle, and you need to bail out just in time to be injured but not killed. Do you understand me?
Okay. I'll always do
And then
anything for a pretty
Years
face.
from now.
Wait, you missed. Wait,
Oh,
did you want to hear me
what
do
did you
that?
say? Yeah, say it again.
No, never mind. It's okay.
I know I'm beautiful. I'm a beauty queen. Years from now, you need to come back and you need to seek revenge on the grandfather that would have you killed.
Okay, sure.
I'm sorry I talked over your compliment. It was so nice.
No, it's okay. It was poorly timed. It was my fault.
But I take his hand in mine. Thank you
What's your
for
name?
reminding me that I can still show kindness and that me,
I'm
a
losing-
toddler in a tiara.
Can you take that again? I lost it.
It's okay. Just thank you for reminding me.
We
that
have
I
weird
still kind of
communication.
live.
You and I have weird communication. You and I right
And
now.
that's why we can never be together.
Yeah. And she, yeah. And at that
And I
point,
smoke my very first cigarette, which I've
Oh,
had in
shit.
behind my ear for my whole life.
I take my very first.
Cheers.
Cheers, indeed. To survival.
yeah, and then as Veronica walks away, you realize as she grasps her hand, she had put some pumpkin poison inside of your hand. That she'd given you a vial, and so then we flash back, and then it's Floyd throughout, or sorry, Jeremy throughout the years, finding the new identity of Floyd, always keeping this vial around attached to a chain necklace around his neck, and so we flash back to modern times. Charles is holding, and this is the crazy thing too about how this scene has gone. We have cut back to it in the thing like 3 or 4 times of just Charles holding Joaquin up.
That's right.
Yeah, and Joaquin every time it still looks, we're just reusing the same shot. Honestly, it's not that he looks better or worse. So once again, cut back to Charles being held up.
See this, Don Adolfo? See this child? You did this. This is your doing. You see this pain this child's feeling? You did this. Hope you feel good about yourself. Never forgot. Never forgave. Never forget.
Charles, you're more of a monster than I could ever dream of being. And I would like to flash back to preparations with Joaquin.
Yeah, so flashback to preparations.
I think that this is just after I find the pumpkin seeds in Joaquin's teeth, and I sit Joaquin down for a chat in my sewer office. I say, Joaquin, what is it that this Charles promises you that makes you believe you should betray me? Don Adolfo, I have raised you, maybe not like a father, but at least like a chill uncle. What would make you want to betray me? What could he possibly offer you?
It's just he's got a lot of pumpkins, and there's this guy that if you show him a pumpkin, he gets scared and he makes a funny face, and no one really makes nice faces at me.
Joaquin, if you stay with me weekly, I will make a nice face at you.
What? Give me like.
And listen to me,
taste of
Joaquin.
it?
Joaquin, what?
I keep forgetting how deep my voice is supposed to be. Give me a taste
Okay,
of
it's
it.
puberty, Joaquin. It's
It's going up and down. It's crazy. I feel things.
Don't need to worry about that. But just
what's the face that you're gonna give me? What's the?
And a little pat on the shoulder.
Ugh, that's
But
foreign.
Joaquin, more than that. Joaquin, there are big things in the works now that we have gotten Hector out of the way. Now that you have given so much of yourself that we can get Hector out of the way, Joaquin, we can take over Charles's pumpkin farm. As I meant to many, many years ago, but was too young to truly know how to execute. But now, if he believes you are on his side, Joaquin, we can use the many exotic animals at our disposal to rid ourselves of him once and for all. And Joaquin, as part of our larger operation, I will put you in charge of the entire pumpkin patch. I see a lot of myself in you, Joaquin.
And then I can have as many pumpkins. I can have as many pumpkins as I want.
That is correct, Joaquin. Yes.
He's like, okay, I guess that sounds good. All right, so how many
Great.
stress
So-
are you gonna spend?
Fucking, I'll.
3.
How many? Yeah, I'll take
1
3
to 3.
stress.
1 to 3. So
Yeah, 3 every time. Let's go,
Yeah.
baby.
in canonically time, this has been 20 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. This is that is a 7 plus 3, a 10.
Okay,
This
great.
is a stressful situation.
Yes. And the flashback ends with me handing Joaquin a raw steak.
A raw steak?
Yes, and so then we flash back, and I say, "No, Joaquin!" And he takes the steak out of his pocket and just like slaps it and starts rubbing it all over Charles. And I pull out a dog whistle and I blow, and wolves emerge from the woods around the pumpkin patch.
Joaquin, is this what you really choose? You've chosen sides.
He said
You picked.
he said he would give me a nice face.
Across the
what
way,
you-
just
Is this what you really want? Do you want all the pumpkins you could ever dream of?
Well, he said that if we take you out, I get to run the pumpkin farm. You just I don't really like team sports. It's kind of weird. I've grown a lot in the last just week, and my
Do you like-
body's weird, and I don't want to be in a shower or a locker room.
Well, that's where you're wrong, my young friend. With Charles out of commission, it goes to the rightful heir. Me, Jeremy. Ooh.
Jeremy. That's
Joaquin, I did not account for this.
Oh my goodness.
I put a hand over my heart. He did it. He made it back.
That's
Jeremy,
right.
mi amor.
That's why I kissed you, babe, because I miss you. But life has changed in all these ways. Now I finally am back where I belong, home, soon to be my home. As in the sense that I own the place is what I'm thinking of. Soon to
God,
be
I love your way
my
with
home.
words, Jeremy.
Thank you. It's changed. When I almost died, it fucked up my head. I lived so many lives before coming back here, and now I'll have all the pumpkins I want to stuff in my ass.
God, that's so hot, and I just grab his face and I kiss him.
Oh, I miss you, but I don't love you. I can't love.
What do you mean, Jeremy?
It's true.
After all these years, you finally come back and you cannot love me? After all of this, after fate has brought us back together, Jeremy.
They didn't just take my ass out when they saved my life. They took out my heart. Left ventricle, right ventricle, aorta and all. Both of them.
I see.
But
I mean,
you
not
can
really,
still
because I don't know how you're breathing right now and how blood is pumping through your body. But that's
It's a little robot. There's a little robot inside of me.
Yeah,
Holy
he opens his shirt, and sure enough, like there is like a rope, like you just see like a robot heart, and because it's got like a little clear plexiglass thing.
Important question. Does he also have a sexy scar like my lover Hoel?
It's reversed. It's like
Oh,
it's the other.
shit.
It's like Yeah.
Oh, so one is like a gash this way, but this is a gash this
Yeah.
way?
Veronica gasps from across the field of pumpkins.
It is not Hoel, but it seems very similar. Maybe
Yes.
like during Floyd's time, and he also was attacked by a similar tiger as Miguel was back in the day.
She loves a scar. Okay.
I just grab his hand. I say, listen to me, Jeremy. I know that your heart has been replaced by a robot, but perhaps we can still try.
I'm sorry. Look, you can't have love get in the way of pumpkins. And I need to run a pumpkin patch.
We see the familiar look of Don Adolfo's heart hardening one more time as he pulls a stake out of his pocket and slaps Jeremy in the face with it and blows on the wolf whistle.
Okay, so great. So I guess I'm gonna do just all three of you, Aaron, Jonah, and Tim. I need an act with desperation roll for all of you.
What do I roll?
So
I don't know this game.
So this is you're gonna roll 2d6 and just because right now wolves are coming out after all of you. So Charles, you're holding this orphan that has wronged you, and wolves are coming after you. You're covered in meat juice. Floyd/Jeremy, you are now covered in meat juice as you have been slapped by Don Adolfo after he turned you down. Well, you turned him down and revealed your robotic heart. And then Don Adolfo, you also you have a bunch of meat in your pockets and you're whistling for wolves to come. So I need all three. And so,
I rolled an 8.
okay.
I got a
Natural
7.
12.
Is that good? Is a seven? Is a 7 good in the tabletop game?
Yeah, it's pretty good. So so what happens is Don Adolfo, you are able to, like, a wolf starts coming at you, and then like you like give a wolf stare at it, and it does go to attack Floyd. So Floyd and Charles, there's now a wolf like on top of each of you, and it's not like getting at you, but you're able to hold it off. Charles, if you want, you can use Joaquin as a human shield.
Charles looks over at all this unfolding, all this carnage, all this anger, all this sadness, all this love, and he says, "It is done. I have brought all of these parties together. So much passion, so much love for home and the pumpkin patch. My work here is done. The patch goes to thee who loves it the most." And I stare into the wolf's face and I welcome oblivion.
Joel, I would like to strike out at someone.
Do it.
All right. I am going to strike out at a wolf that is barreling down on Floyd.
Okay.
And that is a 7. I specifically what I would like to do.
Did you add your bonuses? Because you did catch them off guard.
Oh, okay, that's an 8. The wolves are about to wrong me because they're going to destroy something I find beautiful. That is Floyd.
So you get +2.
So basically, what I would like to do is take these butt cheeks out of my satchel and shove them into the wolf's mouth so they cannot bite down on Floyd.
Okay, so what happens is Valentino, you're not right next to this, so you just hurl one of these butt cheeks just across the field. Floyd, this wolf is about to take a bite out of your throat, and then you're ready for it to like grasp down and feel its teeth like just bear into you, and then you just feel some kind of like other liquid kind of ooze out on your chest as you notice one of the 2 butt implants that was promised to you has guarded your neck as this wolf is just gnawing it on top of you. So you are going to mark 1 stress because half your butt implants are gone.
And I'm going to say, I've heard of eat my shorts, but eat my ass? Okay. That's what I say. And
then I just say, "Oh, this was a mistake. I should have let the wolf.
I should have let the wolf win. The wolf was the good person here."
I turn back to Valentino and I go, "Okay."
I would like to act with desperation.
Okay, yeah. Charles, once again, we started to pan back over to Charles giving himself to a wolf, and then we cut back to Veronica.
I'm going to make a run and get that motorcycle.
Okay, great. Yeah, so are you doing this for love?
You know what? Yes.
Are you doing this for vengeance?
No.
Okay, so you just get a flat roll.
Okay, cool. Let me roll. 1 sec. I rolled an 11.
Okay, great. Yeah. So what are you trying to do? Like, you get to the motorcycle. What are you doing?
I'm going to start the motorcycle up, and I'm going to ride it by Floyd. I'm going to pull him onto the back, away from the wolves.
So you're double saving Floyd.
I'm double saving Floyd, but specifically, I'm taking Floyd away from all this madness.
Great. Yeah. So Floyd, you just like you get like grabbed by the back of the shirt, thrown up on the back of your motorcycle, and you just see like Don Adolfo, like, it's just kind of like, shrinking as you just like plow away. Charles, we cut back over to you. You've just weirdly given yourself to this wolf, and then Joaquin like picks up a pumpkin and just hurls it and hits the wolf in the face. And like heroin just just flies out everywhere as the wolf just gets super high as shit. And then Joaquin looks at you and goes, "Were you sacrificing yourself for me?"
Can I act with desperation? Seems like the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
I want to take the key to the farm that's around my neck.
Okay.
No.
And toss it to Jeremy. As I'm getting as I'm laying there, Charles is an individual of indeterminate age, old, long in the tooth. I throw the key and I say, Take it. That's a 10. Do I add modifiers? Do I add my attack bonus? Or
So that would just because you are doing this for love, and I don't think you're doing it for
What's
vengeance.
your
But it would
dex
just be a flat. It's just like
Dex mod.
so that's a full success. So yeah,
But I'm on the motorcycle right now, right?
yeah. So well,
Yeah.
she like
Good throw.
she yeah like just like her little-
It's a really skilled like.
yeah. It bounces off of a few pumpkins even.
Yeah.
Um,
Makes its way over to you.
well,
I
because
say-
all the pumpkins are hollowed out, and so they're more buoyant when you hit them. Because
Very
you have
bouncy
to keep
pumpkins.
heroin
Of
in them.
course.
Bouncy
Throw
hollow
it.
pumpkins.
I say, and I whisper to him, and it's carried on the wind. Pumpkins are yours now, and there's no room for love in the pumpkin patch.
I heard that
Fades
one,
away
Charles.
in the wind.
I heard that one loud and clear. What was that one? I missed that one. I did miss that one. Hello? 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 What was that one? Was that like a
He's
rule?
gone now.
Was that like a rule I need to follow? I need rules.
Yeah.
It's too late now, Floyd. He's gone.
Joaquin is like he was like holding the wolves off and telling Charles like you sacrificed yourself for me, and I think I choose you. We can run the farm together. And then he turns to see that Charles is on his last breath, and so this orphan that still has a bloody leg grabs him and goes, I don't really understand what your purpose for anything was. You had a lot of mixed choices here.
You got it. Sometimes the farm has to be kept in the family. You would never understand. Now be gone. I die again.
And then he goes,
Yeah, and then there's just a soft fuck carried across the wind that everyone can
the
hear.
soft fuck.
And then right now, so it's just Veronica's like driven off with Floyd on the back of a motorcycle, and Don Adolfo and Valentino, y'all are standing, relatively close to each other, being the only two there, and Joaquin is just in the middle of you. What are the two of you doing?
I acknowledge Valentino with a solemn nod as I walk over and I pick up Joaquin. I say, fret not, Joaquin. Whether he has the keys does not matter, because, and I like move my wolf whistle out of the way and I pull out my iguana whistle and I blow on it, and Peaches comes like running with this little piece of paper. We have the deed.
Yeah, because the whole time Peaches was on a reconnaissance mission to go inside and steal the deed.
And I
Now,
crawls up
we
on my
drive-
shoulders and I say, my brother.
So, Don Adolfo, might I interest you in some orphan outfits?
Si, mi hermano.
Back in business.
Floyd's motorcycle skids into the very same rest stop where he picked up Veronica at the beginning of this adventure. She pushes him off the motorcycle and moves to speed out without him, but turns before she does and says, I'm keeping your bike, but don't worry, I'll never forget you. I never forget a pretty face.
But my ass.
Don't you understand? The ass you needed was inside you all along.
What? I open up my chest and in the little robot has been a little porcupine,
Yeah.
a little mommy porcupine, and she's been sewing an ass, like
Yeah,
a sewing little
yeah,
ass.
of
And
course.
she goes, got a little ass for you. Thank you. Wow,
Yeah.
it's small. I already have a small ass.
I know, it gets to be warm. Sometimes small is better.
Are you going? Are you here? Are you leaving?
I speed out of the parking lot and I leave him in the dust
Yeah, and
with
then
only the memories.
Floyd, you're wondering how you're gonna attach this ass, and then there is a van that pulls up, and there's a cardboard sign on the side of it that says "Surgery here for free."
I turn to the porcupine and I go, I'm gonna surgically connect this to my ass. Is that okay? She goes, that's okay. I live in the robot heart. And she closes the door. and little steam comes out the robot heart. And I go, that's all I needed to hear. and then I walk and then I dive in the van.
Also, as I'm driving away on my motorcycle, I hear coming from some grass near the road a little ruff, ruff. I skid to a stop, and onto the back of the motorcycle jumps Mango, my forgotten child.
Yeah. And that actually, and what Mango in his, he like nuzzles you, and then like he holds up his collar, and you see attached to the collar is the fucking the what was it? A diamond?
The diamond from last time?
Yeah, the diamond from last time.
He had it all along.
Yeah,
and I scratch his head and I scratch his head and I say, "Good boy."
Yeah, he has that, and then he has the wallet of Renata, as it seems that Renata did have the real diamond the whole time.
Perfect.
And that's it. The credits of this episode do just play over Charles's dead body. Can I get a monologue from Charles, just revealing his whole plan over the credits? Because I just want to hear you do the voice again, Aaron.
Oh yeah, that VO plan for the
A
credits.
monologue for what? The summary of the tale. Well, seems like all these young, fun, attractive people got exactly what they wanted. One got an ass, one got a dog, one got the deed, and the other, well, he got himself a model. As for me, Charles, well, I'm looking down at them now, thinking, boy, Charles, in your years, you did something mighty right. You did something mighty right.
And on the whisper of "you did something mighty right," you do see a bunch of orphans like coming out and like noticing that no one's gone, and they just start just taking and doing heroin, and that's the
I thought there would be no consequences for that heroin. Burn it.
Like how people like that was cute to the very end. It was like Charles has just been trafficking heroin, and everyone's like, Charles is a good guy. No,
I swear, he paid me or he bribed me to kill his grandson.
Oh yeah, he's a bad dude.
He's called El Jefe. Okay.
What is this background?
What?
Look at.
What? Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
This is normal.
I'm being haunted.
So
normal.
that was it. That was the episode 2 of Belleza, Comienza con V. Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite live stream of the only game ever made, which is Pasion de los Pasiones. If y'all haven't checked it out, just scroll down a little bit. There's buttons all down there. One of them is a link to the Passions Kickstarter. It is currently not, it's been fully funded, but right now the way to like find out about it is to follow that. Brandon had said sometime soon he hopes that there is more information on that. But like I said, it was fully funded, so if you follow the Kickstarter, you can find out how to pre-order it. It's also available on an Ashcan version. Go check it out. It's so fucking fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's god damn, it's so good. Aaron, this thing is so fucking weird. It's just
sorry.
No, you're fine to do it. I'm just trying to like not just stare only at that. But yeah, once again, thank you.
Paranormal activity.
Yeah, thank you to Aaron and Tim for coming. So once again, Aaron, give us
Thank
some plugs.
you.
Where else can
my
everyone
God.
find you?
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Aaron Catano-Saez, one word. I have a storytelling, world building, and character creation podcast called All My Fantasy Children. It's a lot of fun. We just tell a story every week from a listener prompt, create a new tabletop character. It's a hoot, and that's about it.
Love that.
I'm Tim. You can follow me on Twitter at Timothy Platt or on Instagram at I am King Bozo. You can I do Rude Tales of Magic, which comes out every other Tuesday. So check out Rude Tales of Magic.
All right, great. And then we'll go back to the top. Jack, tell everyone where they can find you.
I'm Jack Packard. You can find me on Twitter at Harlack, Harlack. You can see me talk about video games over at escapistmagazine.com. New episode of a show I do with Yahtzee Croshaw coming out on Monday, Slightly Civil War. Or you can see me talk about movies at redlettermedia.com. But you won't see anything current because of the global pandemic means we can't get together. So, just watch the old episodes. Those are fun too.
Addison.
You can find me on Twitter at Addison_Peacock. It's just my name, but an underscore in the middle. You can also find me on the Cryptid Keeper at CryptKeepPod is our Twitter with Alex. We release episodes every Sunday talking about spooky, scary stuff and creatures and critters. What's happening?
Addison was the robot heart all along.
Yeah, you're the robot heart the whole time.
Oh no!
Oh, come on.
Did it do a bad?
I mean,
Or
it
am I
came
good?
through, but it was just it was a little up and
Okay.
down. But
Little robot.
but you're a main cast member. People will hear where they can see you before.
People
again.
will see me again whether they
Yeah.
like it or not.
Jonah, do some plugs.
Hello, everyone. It is I, your mayor, Jonah Jackson. You can find me on Twitter and Insta and such at Jonah M. Jackson. I'm a player and GM on the Quest Company and Quest Company Junior, 2 other actual play podcasts. And I do, puppets and VO and other weird stuff and just like hanging out and being mayoral. I'm rocking my Spider Day shirt. I'm waiting for my new one to come in.
They're
should be
supposed to
soon.
be shipping soon.
Yeah,
sometime.
it was like between today and so next time we do the stream, I'll wear my
Hopefully.
new Spider Day shirt. But I'm rocking. the
Yeah,
OG.
and then make sure if you haven't followed this channel, we're gonna do this pretty much every Friday unless just one of like me, Jack, Addison, or Jonah can't, and we're just gonna be rotating out the cast. Shelby is gonna be coming back for some episodes. She's just super fucking busy with work right now, so she's just gonna kind of do when we're in. But luckily, Joel and Miguel are off on their own. And so I guess if you don't know me, I run a show called Critical Bits. It's like this, honestly. I don't know how to explain it. Just stupid. I don't know.
Joel, you are great at plugs. You're the best at plugs, and I just
fucking listen to. I don't give a shit. Just listen to something or don't. Whatever you want to do, it's your life. Don't come at me. You're here. You're here. I didn't make you come here. That's it. Is that a good plug?
No, it was a bad plug. That plug sucks.
I don't think you've said the name of your show yet.
It's a Critical Bits. It's the show that I run.
And you said it's a show where we do stuff.
I do shit in it. It's a fucking teen superhero podcast. It's got body horror. It's got a bunch of dumb shit. You can tell I have depression and I hate my parents when you listen to it. It's pretty straightforward. That was
old.
Yeah, we just started like arc 6 of that, and then just a little tease for anyone listening because we haven't fully announced this, but we're gonna record it soon. Tim is actually going to be a guest on episode 42.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the. But we'll reveal all of that later. But we record that soon. And so I just want to thank you. Like once again, thank you, Jack, Addison, and Jonah. But also Aaron and Tim. Thank you for coming on.
Dude,
this was
my
great.
gosh.
So much. This was
Aaron,
so much fun.
Yeah, Aaron. Even though you died, I'd love to have you come back sometime. And then Tim, thank you for introducing robotics and cyborgs to this world.
Yeah, I mean,
Sable from Animal Crossing, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, I know that person.
and if I just go into sort of my influences there for about 10 or 15 minutes, I think I can sort of break down what's been
Right,
going
and
on.
that's for the talk back portion.
Yeah, that's for the
Right,
talk
of course.
back.
Yeah, okay.
And then
Okay.
The
apparently
podcast with a podcast.
one of us timed out, and then now all of the things got switched right at the end. So.
That's
So
all right.
we're all that. So that's perfect. It's perfect time to end it. I plugged my show well. Everyone on this can go fuck themselves for what they're saying to me. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Night.